Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Strategic Command World War I, episode number 12. I always get very nervous about hitting start because there's no turning back, there's no redoing this, there's no looking at the replay twice. Let's see what happens. Tarnow. Okay, they are going to take out this, definitely going to take out this Russian unit. Ooh, he's held, but they'll bring in someone else. Oh, you retreated. Oh, amazing. Okay, 3-2. That's much better than I expected. And they did go by my submarine. I guess because he was spotted. Ooh, wow, 3 from their submarine. Jeez. And of course another one comes and finishes us off. Damn, that is brutal. 2-2. Even odds, always acceptable. Okay, 2-1. That's excellent, actually. That's really good news. I think someone got carted into Tarnow. 3-2. Still good news. Ooh, 4-2. Not good. 1-2. Amazing. Okay. 5-2. Shattered. That's okay. I'm actually okay with that. Well, it's a 2-0. They didn't lose anything. Defensive artillery. 3-2. It was to be expected. A new unit comes in. 3-3. Good, brave defending. 1-1, which is actually still good for him. He's getting someone else in. Shattered. Ah. Well, we're forcing a lot of action on this front, which is, in my opinion, still a good thing. 2-2. 2-3. And a new person moves into Mulhausen. This is a 1-2. Ooh, interesting. There's definitely an opportunity opening up over there. Okay, well we found the 4-1. We found their light cruiser here. And here comes their battle cruiser. 3-1. That's actually good. I'll take that with my destroyer. The battleship's coming over. 3-1. This destroyer may not survive. 1. 1. We're seeing where all those ships are. We talked about it where, all those ships. Now we found them. Oh, he got it. He's doing well. 3-1. He's doing well this turn. But you can see his line is very thin. 3-3. That's terrible for him because that's a detachment. Little does he know. There's their partisans, which I am actually sending help to counter. It's good to see a 0-0 down there. Also, nothing else over there. And the replay's done. Oh my gosh, okay. Lots of stuff to talk about. Holy cow. Light cruiser was sunk. It's a bummer. Their submarines are just so powerful. And it shows you that we cannot even have... I was talking about leaving units with only strength of 4 out. That's even risky. We've seen the light cruiser with a strength of 5 go down. I think it was 5. Antwerp detachment, I'm okay with losing that. Because we still have it, by the way. Also this French. And I mean, we also had the 9th Corps. We have all those still. Bulgaria's move central power is 8%. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What am I upset about? Where's Netherlands? Okay, this is what I was looking for. So, the Central Powers have spent 450 points on diplomacy. And they've definitely had several, I mean, this was obviously over several turns. They've had several turns with, like, what I imagine are pretty low percentage chances, and they have influenced Bulgaria. I don't know if all of their points have gone to Bulgaria. Obviously, we have to at least pretend that could be the case, but I am very skeptical. I think he probably influenced Italy, if I had to guess. Now we have spent 400 points over the last 2 turns on diplomacy. We're now almost even with him in terms of diplomacy points. So, anyways, that's what I wanted to look at. How are we doing here? So we have that unit which fell, but that's fine. It was actually okay that it fell. It's even okay that this unit fell. We get these back. I mean, we actually have an abundance of units right now. I mean, now they're actually in low supply, and we may need to start worrying about that. But But there's a hole breaking. You can feel it, right? We can feel it. Something may be breaking over here. Let's go over to... we still have a submarine around here that I don't know where it ran off to. We should probably look for that. Serbia. Serbia's looking really good. And people have mentioned on several videos now, what are you going to do if Bulgaria joins? Well, let's take a look at Bulgaria. They're at 71%. Romania's 85%. I have not put any points into the diplomacy for Romania. They've moved to 85% on their own. That's my goal, is just to keep pushing against the... Oh, he's given up support. Well, speaking of giving us more ammunition against... I think Romania will join, and I'm not worried even if Romania doesn't join. I know this is crazy because people keep mentioning it to me. Boy, the Bulgarians are coming, Tortuga, watch out. I'm not worried about the Bulgarians even if I don't have the Romanians. That may sound like brazen overconfidence, but you can kind of hold some chokes. We can hold Nish, we can hold Uskub, and they can't attack from very many directions. They're going to have such low supply. So I think this is a 10. It might be an 8 though. So 9, 8. They can get an 8 here. 9, 8. So if it's a 10, then they can get 8s, which is troublesome. But we can just hold these. They can't hold this or this. I mean, that would be it goes down from an 8 to like a 5 or 4. I don't know. Probably 5. Or if this is an 8, 7, 6, this goes down to 3. And, likewise over here, 3... And this is actually a plane, so it would be 4. It would only be -4. So if this is a 10, this is a 6. And if this is an 8, that's a 4. Anyway, so the point is that I think that we would be able to hold. I think we would be able to hold these areas just because it's mountain passes. It's kind of like over here. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it a little bit more now, and it doesn't look quite as good. Anyway, let's see what we have. Okay, so we do have some... Wow. We have something we can do. Some real damage. We can actually go and attack and probably even destroy their airplane. The airplanes are so vulnerable. I may choose to focus on the cores instead. They're worth more. And Sarajevo was not reinforced, so we got something we can work with there. No give over there. Okay, let's go over to the Ottomans. 1-1 still, we'll probably take that. 1-3. Oh yeah, it looks like the Ottomans are running out of steam very quickly, which is not too surprising. This unit is still at 0 supply. I don't even think he has the movement points to move back. I think he's completely stranded there. Can't do anything. He might even be trying to make a break for Basra, which is pretty smart. We'll probably have to attack and then move back. So I think I can just do this immediately. Okay, that's perfect. Kill zone. Got him. And in Basra, so we can defend with full points. And this guy's obviously gonna have a harder time doing anything now that we've retreated back. Okay, so that's looking really good. I think this is a mistake pushing this far forward. The numbers appear to justify my statement. I mean, we just probably pick one and go for it. If they were defending here, I think we'd have a hard time pushing them off, but let's fight back, right? And then we have this cavalry, or this infantry who just arrived. Perfect timing for us to send him over and deal with the partisans. And we actually have a choice. Do we want to send the I mean, I guess this guy gets on a boat 1 turn quicker. I'm pretty sure that you can't arrive and ship off on the same turn. I think you have to be standing in port ready to go. So we'll transport this guy, which is going to cost 26. Unfortunately, it's a short transport over to Rabat, and then he just stays. And they're going to get Casablanca, I think, before we can get there, unless we use naval cruise mode for the first time in our lives. Okay, I'm not super confident about my ability to do this, but let's try it. Oh, so it looks like the only way you can move these is naval cruise mode. Okay, that's good to know. So I'm moving on naval cruise mode by default. And we'll try our best. We'll try to get there. I I guess I could attack. Just to... Oh, it doesn't lower supply. I just really, really hope he doesn't have enough action points to get in. I think he will, though. So if he moves here, there's no extra movement cost. I mean, I can't do anything about it. I really cannot. In fact, I think I actually have to move. I think I have to give up Rabat, the capital, because I have to defend Casablanca. I'm too late. 2 out of 3 action points. So if he has 2 out of 3 action points, I think he can get in here. I don't know what to do, because how do we can't land here unless there's no port for us to land at if Rabat doesn't fall. I mean, if Casablanca falls, we have no port to land at. So we're in a real pickle. I'm gonna have to think about that. Getting pretty far sidetracked here. Anyway, oh yeah, this is a mess. So we want to do this in kind of a way where we can make sure that we're not going to encounter a ship, which means I just need to choose who to attack here. I probably wipe out this light cruiser. Yeah, let's just do that. And then make a fighting retreat. Okay, it's just enough to protect this guy. We'll do our due diligence, bring him all the way home. In fact, he can make it all the way here, so let's do our due diligence. Nah, that's kind of a lot. Wait, he can go further. Oh my gosh, he can make it here. So let's just escort him as far as we can, as far as we dare, here. And let's get this guy into port as well. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, we pulled back. That was important. Okay, so now we have some time I need to cut away and actually start thinking about things. Kind of a complicated turn. Lots to think about. I've gotten a lot of advice from yeah, get this guy the hell out of here. We'll keep him just because we already sent him out, but got a lot of advice about, you know, people were talking about moving French forces over to Serbia. That makes sense to me. In fact, even a comment that they probably have vacated this whole area because Italy isn't joining. So maybe I should consider landing troops there in the Adriatic. It's not a bad idea. Italy is definitely not moving anywhere. The US is not going to come in. Yeah, Netherlands, I mean, hey, we invested so many damn points into it. And just, I don't know if Agrippa has put all his points into Bulgaria, which makes sense if he has, but Romania is going to come on our side, so those should even each other out. And then when Netherlands actually does start moving in our favor, he'll lose some points, and then we'll gain the points, and then eventually, very long in the future, probably before this, I mean, after the series is already over, it would come into our side. And I wanted to do that because it'll lengthen the front, and right now, as you've seen, I'm kind of all about lengthening the front, putting more German units in the line of fire, just so that he cannot, if he has to defend everywhere, he can't attack anywhere. Or at least it should narrow down his attacking possibilities. Yeah, we even have some opportunities here, which we'll surely take advantage of. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is, that's actually ripe for the, do we have somebody who can, oh yeah, oh yeah. I believe there might be interceptors here, but hey, we got our heavy bombers. I kind of want to do this right away because it seems like great. Yeah, there's the interceptors. Okay, give me the kill. Yes. Now, those are not recon. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Why is it 0 now? This artillery was supposed to do something. Well, let's go ahead and fire it anyway. It only took it down 2%, so maybe these things aren't really that cumulative on the same target. We're still looking at 2 to 3s, so we'll finish that one off. This guy's way overextended. And we'll definitely be moving into Sambor. 1 to 2 is something I think which is good enough for against Marines. And they are not doing anything here, which really makes me want to push. I really want that mine. It's all going to fall as soon as Romania comes in, so I guess I don't need to be too overzealous and lose supply. Okay, but as I said, let's cut here, and then I'll come back with some more analyzed thought. Well, I think I'm going to start down here in Egypt. We're going to do some attacks. It's really hard to say what the best thing to do is, but I'm going to do a mistake, have a bad roll. Should have done the attack first. This is 19 down to 19 down to 19. Did not change. But I think we got some benefit from both those attacks. Because we're so close and because this is at 3 supply, we will benefit from swapping and... Oh, please kill it. Oh my god. We would have benefited from swapping and killing it, but that's just another Ottoman unit that gets away. And I think we'll probably spend the 22 points to get this thing back up so that we have some attack power for the next turn. I think this is an important zone, so we'll do that. Basra area is already taken care of, so we'll do this attack. 59%, 55, 59. It's actually really good. And I think I'm still going to roll the dice here. Okay, didn't cause anything. We're going to do some attacks against this unit, which, I mean, there's 2 options here. We can do the 5. This one actually is at supply of 4, so it's very vulnerable. I don't think we're going to be able to kill it this turn, though. I mean, 1 to 3, and then what, we can get like 1 or 2 more units to help it. Don't think we're going to be able to eliminate it, so I'm just going to focus on eliminating this unit. I don't think the Ottomans are going to have an easy time replenishing even the units that we kill that they can quickly resupply. So we'll focus on this. Okay, 1 3 1 1 2. 1 3 1 1 3. So I still think the priority is to kill this core. I'm sure that Azurum is not empty-handed right now. Okay, can we do this? Okay. Well, having done that, I actually do think we will do this. 1 4 1 4. Okay, let's do this. Don't take a hit! Damn it! That was a bad decision. I mean, we could cut it off and support. Okay, I guess we'll do that. This is very aggressive, but I think it's worth it. 8 7 6, which means we want to park this guy here. And this artillery is not being very useful where he is. We'll just slowly advance him forward. Okay, so we did cut off this unit. That probably was actually a bad move, because now he'll move back here. He'll still be cut off. Not really. That was a bad move. Can anybody get in to help? No. That was just a bad move. You might as well get back on the road now. So what's the supply look like for next turn? Oh, I guess we can scout. Trapson's empty. Okay. Well, we know what we're doing next turn. This guy could not move in directly to this hex. If we wanted, we could, in fact, push forward 1 more. And we could see if Azurum is defended or not. I suspect it is, which means that we might have a combat that we don't want. Oh my gosh. Okay. Look, I don't know what to say. This is very weird. I really don't know what to say. This is extremely weird. Okay, well, whatever. Very weird, and we'll see what happens. And over to Serbia. Now, actually, in Serbia, I'm going to do something a little bit interesting. I'm going to force a reaction out of the Austro-Hungarians down here. I'm going to move forward. We may end up suffering a very costly attack because of doing this. I'm just forcing this unit to pull out. The ideal is get him to pull back to Ragusa. If he doesn't, then we just attack him. We cut him off. We take Ragusa, so I think he will. In Sarajevo, we still have an opportunity here to go 1-to-1. I'm going to take 1-to-1s. because I feel like we're very close to breaking a hole in their line. And I also think the Austro-Hungarians are having a hard time replenishing their forces. So I'm willing to do these, otherwise would be costly attacks. Now I can probably wipe out the aircraft just permanently. I'm going to bypass that and instead do the attacks here. Damn, 2 to 3. We'll move forward. We'll move forward. So now we see what we're up against. 1 to 3. 1 to 2. 1 to 1. A few ones that didn't really go our way there. I think I'm going to swap these. 1 to 1 with a detachment is still good. Oh, we got... Okay, never mind. I was going to say we got something good, but no, we actually went 2 to 2. I think I'm going to just reinforce this unit. For 11? Yeah, I'll take it. We won't be able to do research, but that's fine. Oh, we can actually swap this guy up to 11, but... I think we'll do a swap here. Do we want to do an attack first? Oh, he already attacked. Okay, so let's swap him out. Well, if possible, I want to see if this is possible. Can we swap and get damage done? Yes! Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me! It was an 0-2 and it went... an 0-2 and 1-1. Boy, that's a load of crock. I think anytime you see a German going even, that seems like a good... And like honestly, going even with the Austro-Hungarians seems like a bad thing. Let's go here. Okay, we got a 2-3 out of it. That's perfect. Of course, I'm a ding-dong. Forgot that I can actually get up here and with my battle cruiser and attack this thing. 63-65 goes to 60-60. Just in case it can counterattack, I'm going to pull this guy off. This submarine is at 2 supply. We do want to kind of poke around, see what they have for their defenses. Okay, there it is. That's what we were looking for. And then get him into port so he can just get resupplied. Got him. Ouch. Ouch, very ouch. Okay, well let's try to counterattack here. We do need to attack to wear out its... Okay, this guy needs to get into port, I guess here. And we want the submarine positioned so that they can't retreat that way. I'm going to have to sacrifice this armored cruiser to contain him. Okay, so we have some containment going on. I don't want this armored cruiser containing. I honestly don't even want this dreadnought containing, but we're going to have to... It's such a crazy thing, but it's a 4 points. I know that we can't lose 4 points is not going to be losable. So this battle cruiser is just going to be responsible for taking out the morale of this. Now over in the North Sea we also have a hunt going on for the submarines. Last seen over here. There's one. Supply of 8. Jeez. Okay, well, we'll begin the attack. Is here one? Dove from an attack, but we still got him. Okay, now we need to find him. And we know these light cruisers at strength of 5 are actually very vulnerable. Okay, there it is. Another dive. It's gotta be going this way. Okay, this is strength of 6, so this is the one. Pull that back. Who's going to be able to get to him? I guess this one? Okay, we can get here. So the blockade is still okay. And now we need this destroyer. We know that there's another submarine, unfortunately. So I'm going to leave this guy here as kind of a defensive force. We have another unit, which is we're going to start scouting with. Where the hell did he go? Ah, got him. Just at the last pip. Ah, the 0-0 did not work out for us, but that's okay. So can somebody... Oh, this guy can get over there. Okay, so we want you to do this. Perfect. This is very annoying. These destroyers are not useful for anything, but... Got him. Okay. It's down to 4 supply. Just cannot buy a hit here. I think it's worth it. Blockade line will be temporarily abandoned. He's down to 2 supplies, so he's going to have to either... I mean, okay, so what do we want to do down here? I like having this submarine here, but probably just 1 spot away, so that they don't know I'm there. Kind of the same thing with the dreadnoughts. In fact, we might even want to park the dreadnoughts on either side of Wilhelmshaven or Cuxhaven, just to actually start blockading. Actual blockade. Yeah, so we'll put this guy into port. This guy needs to get back to port as well. We'll just put him in here. One of the things is we have this new unit, so we can put that, I assume, right here. Perfect, okay. So ideally we would put it into a port and then immediately upgrade it, but I'm not sure we're going to be... Well, I'm not sure we're going to be in a position to do that in the end. Do we want to then blockade this? The dreadnoughts? I think we do. So I think that the 2 next to it will start blockading it. And I think we'll do the same for Wilhelmshaven. It's a little bit vulnerable out of 5, but we'll do it anyway. It'll lure them back if nothing else. And then I think we're done with the sea combat for this turn. We have a lot of repairs to be done. I don't think we're going to have the points to do that, but that is an objective to do that. We'll see. Well, in France, there's a couple certains and then a couple unknowns, depending on how things evolve. The certain is we're going to attack this unit. I think I'm going to prep for that. 76, 67 by doing this attack. Okay, we've also have scouted that they have an aircraft behind this, which we would love to have a chance to attack. So now we're going to use our one and only shell to attack this. 64 goes down to 60. It's minor, but it's something. And we're going to begin the attack, and this is one that I don't want to lose, especially because if we can get through, we can actually attack their aircraft. Really important. So if we're done, we'll take the first hit. We'll have this one take the next. 3. The 2-2 went 2-2. This 2-2 went 2-3 in our favor. We swap. We get the kill. Okay, well, we're back to even because that went 3-2. Luckily, it's the Verdun unit, an entrenchment of 7. I don't think we're going to have to worry about that. And now we can advance in here, and I think let's do it with furthest back unit we can, which is, unfortunately, this one. I wanted this one to be used for... Okay, we can still attack the cavalry, but let's do this. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. This can be a 0-5 direct. Got it. Okay, that was really important. So that was the one certain, and then obviously, like, needing to use this unit to follow up, stuff like that. That was the uncertainty. This unit moving in would mean that we cannot move any other unit in and move back, but same with this one. Unfortunately, we're in a tough situation here. We're running out of frontage, but that's kind of a good thing. I mean, maybe that means we should be shifting one of these corps further south, since we are running out of units in the south and we are running out of real estate in the north, so we should probably balance those two things. We have a lot, like, so many opportunities, or so many different ways we can do this. Both of these units are pretty exposed. Actually, the unit I want to kill the most is the cavalry. But it doesn't make sense not to do the attacks on units that are already, because you get a 30% readiness bonus to an attack if you don't move first. So this is why usually if you move you get worse odds. We could fold over the top and that would expose this unit. It will probably just force them to move back to Liège either way. I don't see a way that these units both stay around. So I think I'm going to just start by attacking the top. But we might as well be doing this with our... okay, let's weaken it first. 79, 76. Went down to 77, 73. It's a little bit. It's better than nothing. We also have a bombing run we can do with our airship here. I was thinking about using that on this guy, since we'll have more effect that way, but let's just take what we got. And he went down to 75, 69 now. Okay, 2-2 went 1-2. It's in our favor. 2-2 went probably 2-1. Nope, 1-1. Still in our favor. Let's move this guy in. We'll take... I don't want that. I'm going to swap this guy with the 10. Oh, wait. Actually, no. Let's have this guy do an attack here. Oh, boy. Okay, it went 1-1. So the attacks have not been incredibly successful so far. We're putting pressure on those still, and that means the Germans are going to have to spend points to reinforce, which is good. Okay, let's get the UK Corps in here, and I don't know if this is going to work out well, but we'll do it anyway. 2-2, 2-1. Okay, let's try it. It went 3. Oh, it went 1-3. Okay, that was a huge surprise to me. I did not expect it to go well, and it went very well. Oh, wait, my 5 controlling both of them. Okay, so it doesn't matter who moves in. Let's take this guy. What we could do is move this guy and swap. So this 9... Oh, I didn't think about that. Okay. That's actually... Now we have 2 attacks we can do if we want to keep battering at the same unit. Let's batter him with this guy first. Okay, 2-2, 2-2. Yes! Okay, it went 2-2, like I was hoping. It still says 2-1, and I might actually let that one lie. Because I will have one really strong... Well, I'll have 2 really strong attackers for next turn. This guy's probably going to be attacked himself. Unless we want to just go full bore. I don't think so. This guy was well entrenched. We won't have much success there. We don't have any... There's no importance to this hex. It's what? Like a hill? Max entrenchment 1? I see no benefit in holding it. So, let's do this swap. I did not realize that would take 5 action points. So you are stuck here. You will just... Yep, you will just entrench then. Well, that's a bummer. So just a general comment before I move to the east. I think that the pressure we're putting on them on the front, and we can see little seams, little cracks forming, means that the time is ripe for an amphibious invasion. I don't know how they could even spend troops to repel it. And we do control the waters around Heligoland. So everything seems good except for the fact that, yes, they do have submarines lurking that we haven't yet been able to deal with. So if we don't do the amphibious invasion this turn, I think we'll do it next turn. I think that's just it. And this is going to be all under my June offensive. So the June of 1915 is going to be the offensive month. Now, the thing I'm most excited about the Eastern Front, the fact that we have this pass, not the pass of the Tartars, as we've already used our Tartars, our cavalry, to get through, and Cossacks took Debrecen. We actually have an opportunity here to possibly take Grosswardine. I want to say Dean, but looks like Dine. We also have a chance to take this, even though Romania looks like they're going to come into the war very soon, and we don't have to worry about Bulgaria quite yet. I want to move this unit forward because I do have the possibility of getting there I'm going to move this unit, which can get here, which gives me a little bit of scouting. We see nothing. Now, if I move this 9, 8, 7, so it seems okay. Obviously, I don't detect any reason why this would not be okay to do. Here we go. Got it. Now, having taken this, the question mark for me was whether or not I wanted to push here or not, and now I don't think I want to. What I want this cavalry to act as is a rear guard for my supply line. Because as you can see, we are stretched quite a bit thin. So this is supposedly a 5. Is that because it is a 5? It's a 4. I don't know where they're getting the 5 from, but I need to make sure this pass now stays open. So I'm going to use both my cavalry to make sure that that does happen. So if we move here, we're fine. We move here, we're fine. I think we'll just move here. The question is, could I actually take these two as well? But let's not be too crazy. Yeah, and I think if I move this one here, that just prevents him from doing anything, like moving forward. Or I think we'll just entrench here. And we'll move any old person into Stanislaw just to hold it. Probably this 4, maybe this 7. I don't know. We want this 10 to move in. Take Sambor. Yeah, things are. I think the cracks are definitely showing. Now, I don't think I need to block this one because with the cavalry this far forward, I think I can move this one here. Anyways, that's a really successful. This is the Austro-Hungarians are at 28% morale, so that we're just trying to get them to just collapse. And anything we can do, just tip them over the edge. Once they collapse, the war is over. I mean, there's no way Germany's having a hard time with Austria-Hungary. They had a hard time with Austria-Hungary before Italy, before the Italy concessions. So things are really bad. One of the things that's kind of funny, I keep looking at and laughing about, is how I have just managed to string along so many extremely low strength troops. It's because I've been trying to do research and such, and I think at one point somebody commented, "Oh, you know, you don't need to reinforce those troops, or you don't need to buy more troops. You just need to do research." And I think that this is such a tenuous situation. I'm basically balancing on a knife's edge. That means this guy, I mean, he just cannot stay there. So we're going to swap him out with this 6. And that means he can actually be healed. This guy cannot, but he's just holding the back line, so I think it's okay. The 1 will have to be repaired or healed or whatever next turn. We are going to be doing some attacks here. Wow, 2-4. I'm seeing a 2-4. Wow. Oh, that's because it wasn't that way before, but I actually manually manipulated which troops are under which HQ. So now we're seeing... Yeah, now we're seeing a lot better odds. This 10 is probably the best one to go first. Let's do that. Wow. It went 2-5. I do have one more. I do have actually 3 more shells here. So it's probably worth... I mean, it's not necessary anymore. Well, 1-1. Let's do one more. 33 down to 31. Yeah. It's minor. I should have done it first, obviously. But kind of think I want this unit to go after the cavalry. So... we'll take the 1-1. I see. It's a 1-1 not because it's 1-1 in terms of odds, but because they only have 1 to lose. A little disappointing that we're still going to lose 1 ourselves, but I don't see... The only way around it is if I can sneak this 10 in here and get him to hit it. Okay, well, I think it's worth a shot. Let's try it. Okay, that was perfect. That was perfect. I was hoping that, you know, when they shatter, they don't return fire, whatever. So, this guy cannot... Oh, he can still attack even. So we can heal. Okay, so I think I'm going to swap this unit out. I can do an attack first. That'll be a little bit weak if we do that, but let's do it. That worked out extremely well. I'm not, however, going to do an attack with this guy, because I want to... This is kind of the weak spot on the line. We'll also swap this unit, mostly because I can now entrench or heal with this unit, which is better than not being able to do either with this. Now the good news is we still have some really potent attacks we can do against this cavalry. 2-4, that's gone 2-3. That's okay, we had a few that went better for us earlier. This is now a 1-2. We plan to swap as well, the other one's out. 1-2 has gone 0-2. Okay, perfect. And then we have a lot of points, 370. I don't think that I think there's 1 or 2 researches I want to do, but mostly what I want to do is start, we have so many units that need to be healed. So we're looking good, and I think that that's the last thing we need to do now is just figure out what to do with our points. Because we have had a huge success in the south. Not that it was a surprise, it was just there waiting for our taking, and we managed to take it. I think that we'll probably end up just doing a lot of healing. I mean, literally, we probably can't even do all the healing we need in this area, but we also have this 1-2, which I was certainly going to do, even though we're already depleted. It just makes sense to do this because, yeah, I was going to say, we're getting better than 1-to-1 odds, first and foremost, but second of all, we actually do expect that those odds will get more and more in our favor. If we wanted to, we could probably take this unit out. I'm not sure if that's even necessary. I'm not sure. It's such a weird thing to consider that we might not actually want to kill this unit. Let me formulate that. So I found a way of having my cake and eating it too. I can eliminate this unit. I just need to move this guy in. Hopefully no counterattack. True. Good. That's what I was hoping, expecting and hoping. I don't think we want to even move that unit in. 2-3 is very good, actually. I think we'll take that 2-3. We can always swap with this 6 who is not attacked, and then reinforce. So 1-2 is good. This is terrible, but 1-2 is good, and this 2-3 is just really good. It's probably, I mean, that unit even has supply of 7. How they're getting that supply, I don't understand. Not aware, but let's take the 2-3, which I'm guessing is not going to go 2-3. Oh, it went 1-3. Well, okay, we could swap and then still heal. You know what? I think that's the play. Yeah, I think that's the play. Well, I think I am going to move this unit in because it's going to be against an Austro-Hungarian detachment, which is weak, and the Marines, which are at 7, so they should be at least somewhat weak. This unit has already attacked, so it's not like I need to worry about, it's not an opportunity cost. And then I think a lot of what we're going to be doing is just, 2-1-2, that's, oh man, you're tempting me. His supply has got to be less than, what is he at, 7 next turn? Maybe not, though. This is a hill, and this is clear, so that explains it. 10, 8, 7. Because this is actually clear. A little bit confusing, but it's clear. It looks like it's mountains, but it's not. Which probably explains also why we're able to attack him so easily. He only has ground cover. Well, I think even at 5, he's going to have to reinforce. So he's going to have to choose to either move or reinforce. So it's a terrible situation for him no matter what. We can leave our 10 in Sambor just perfectly fine. Hopefully getting enough supply. Looks like it'll be a 6. Yeah. Okay. Eventually we'll have to move our HQ here forward, but we need something greater than... So he is a... No, why? He's only an 8. So supply next turn says it'll be a... it says next turn it'll be a 10. Okay, I'm going to trust them, but I'm not sure that's true. Because it says it's getting a 5 right now, even though the oil fields are at 8 already. Anyway, now a lot of reinforcements. So I looked, there's nothing the Russians need to do except for reinforce their damn units, which have been so weak and so... So we'll do this because I'm going to reinforce the 3. I'm not going to reinforce the 1. It's one of the few that is not going to be able to be reinforced. We'll get this 10. Look at that. We're down to 215 already. The frontline troops should be a priority. This one as well. We're down to 100. I'm not going to get the ones. Those are, in my opinion, too difficult. Look, we're not even going to be able to do the basics. Let's do the frontline troops first. I need to prioritize those a little bit more. You're a 33, so we'll prioritize you. I mean, you're in the front. We're down to 45 points. Frontline troops first again. That's probably going to go to this guy, and then we're done. Well, there's an old expression: "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me." I'm very, very sorry about that. It's really annoying because I would be willing to re-record everything so that you guys didn't have the cutoff view. There's not an option to do that. Okay, so hopefully, let me just give you guys a moment to let sink in the front as it appears properly recorded. So I did, all the grayed out units are the ones that got reinforcements. I think for the most part. I think one of these, this 6 maybe didn't get reinforced, but it was actually swapped twice. I think this 6 started here, attacked, swapped. Anyway, excuse me. These guys were also finished their turn without getting reinforced. So we're looking okay though. Really looking good there. Serbia's also looking good. We made that nice little maneuver. I still think that's good. I don't know what the naval stuff, what was visible there. We have a lot of ships which I need to finish moving, but I don't know how I'm going to finish moving them. I actually might leave them exactly where they are. This submarine is very deadly. It still has a supply of 6. Now, we are kind of blocking the Austrian port, so hopefully the supply of 6 is going to reduce his effectiveness slightly. Here's what things look like here. The Ottoman front looking very, very good. We've actually taken Azurum, and it looks like there's no contesting us just moving right in and taking Trabzon. So things are looking exceptional there. Again, the one mistake I made is moving this unit too far forward, and I know that we're going to be over on time now, but I mean, I got to give you guys a chance to actually see what I did, just in case it was cut off. And I'll go back in the editing, and I'll probably try to edit out as much of that 40-minute block of time with the bad recording vision capturing mode. Did move a few of these things, by the way. I moved this one south, and I think the interceptors moved. We still have some points left for France to spend, so we actually will see. I know what I want to do here. We're not really trying to invest in research right now. We're ahead on research, and mainly what I want to do is put a lot of points into the army so that the army is ready to go next turn. We're down to 90 points. I think we're just going for it. Let me just make sure there's not any research I can do. And I think that trench warfare, not important. With 90, you could do spying. No, that's not useful. Yeah, I think we're good here. We'll do the reinforcement of this one. I don't think there's any French ships that we can repair. Now would be the time to do it. Getting that one up to 4 is not that great. I'd rather reinforce. I thought I saw that one of these guys light up by accident. Yeah, so then we'll go over to the British, and I am really strongly considering doing the amphibious landing because we have a clear path right now. I want to do the amphibious landing and then actually have this guy be a transport because it's only a third the cost, and I think once this guy lands, he'll take the port, and we should be able to just move another unit in there immediately or the next turn or something. I don't know exactly how it's going to go, so hopefully we're able to move in the next turn or something. Anyway, so with the British, I think what we're going to do is try to pump some more points into diplomacy, at least one more, so we get up to a 45% chance, and we might as well just do 50. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that because I want to make sure that we have enough to do our upgrades. We want to upgrade all the destroyers that are in port. Anything that's not a destroyer does not need to be upgraded, so we were able to upgrade 2. This is essentially deferring the cost because they also need to get the strength added back, which is much more expensive, but we can save that this turn. You can see that there's not really any research the British need to be doing because we don't do a whole lot of fighting and we have all the other good stuff. If we had 110 left over, which we don't, we would take this industrial technology. I think that would be a good one to kick up another notch. As it is, we probably need to ship this artillery over here. That would actually be really useful. So let's just spend the points to do that. Of course we can't. So you know what? Let's just do this. This is going to be kind of fun. I guess we got to put a dreadnought out here. Make sure that it's not wiped out. I'd rather not be doing it this way, but we do have to protect it. So hopefully that dreadnought lasts. And we have 44 points. Let's get Hague ready to go. We might want to ship him across. And let's get this guy into a transport. And get him into port. I guess I'll get him right here. And he'll just wait there one turn. He will make his landing next turn if this guy ends up making it there. I wanted to see, I don't think we have the points for it, but okay, so let's move this guy in. I guess we are, okay. Sport, operate. I wanted to see if it would give us the option to deploy another amphibious, because we have amphibious technology 1. I don't know what the limit on this is. So, anyways, here we go. That'll be an exciting next turn. Let's see, I don't think we have any other points really left to spend. I don't think Serbia has any other points to spend, period. So I think that everybody mostly attacked. Yep, we're all good there. With the 67... we have a few units to deploy. That's about all we can do. We don't have enough money to do even their cavalry. I thought they had a cavalry division. No, I'm in the wrong one. Yeah, they have a cavalry division, and that one's even 80 points, so 13 points more than we have. And that'll give us, so we'll go ahead and deploy these fighters somewhere near the front. I think this is okay. And we'll deploy this submarine. Well, we don't have much choice. Let's put it here. That is going to be useful, though, to go counterattack their submarine. And I'll probably spend these 45 points somewhere for the French. I don't know where yet, but we'll just see. And I'm going to make a decision whether to give up Rabat against the partisans. Somebody mentioned you could just park this garrison on Fez to prevent the partisans from spawning. That's a great idea, but unfortunately I didn't know that. So anyway, we'll have to figure out what exactly I do, but I'm going to cut this episode here. I just want to apologize, huge apology for messing up the window again. And maybe you just skipped to this part. Maybe I'll probably tag in a little excerpt saying when you can come back, or hopefully you didn't have to watch it all if you didn't want to stumble through all that. But exciting things happening. Amphibious invasion has been launched, so we'll see how that all pans out in the next episode. For now, I'll get this guy up. Thanks for watching, and until the next one. Oh, we can actually hit end turn. Okay, so Ottoman morale just fell due to Erzurum. I don't know why we went here. Tolkien becomes a leader, an officer in the Lancashire Fusiliers. We developed spying intelligence. We got production technology. Not that's super important for the Russians because we're mostly just rebuilding. Industrial technology, that's a nice one, but for the Americans, not going to be relevant. So next turn, British will have 231, France 374, Russia 392. This is exceptional. We're in really good shape. Okay, we're going to have the points to do a lot of stuff next turn. So, but until then, again, I apologize about the mix-up, but thanks for watching anyway. And until the next episode and the amphibious invasion, take care.